Hello, this is bar class. Before we get situated, if you have a little resistance band, you don't need to take class with it, but if you have one, go ahead and grab it. We will be starting with the band around our ankles. Also, if you have a light set of weights or maybe something that's not a 2-pound, but maybe a 4-pound or something like that, to work our upper back and our biceps, we'll have those options in class as well. Go ahead and if your weights are not already set in the back of your mat, one on each side, that'll make our transitions a little bit easier for you. I'm gonna get our music situated, and we will go for it. All right, so 45 minutes here of our bar class. We are not going to a bar per se in class. This is going to be all mat-based with bar-inspired movements. So you'll be hearing me say externally rotate. So I want you to rotate your legs from your hips when I say that, and then working on good posture. Let's start by opening our legs nice and wide, grounding through our feet, and we'll just start warming up our spine. With an inhale, open your chest, looking up to the ceiling. And then exhale, chin rounds down. Good, again, looking up, opening up your chest, broadening, and then exhale, chin tucks in. Bring your right ear to your right shoulder and pause there. Maybe you reach down in opposition to get that extra stretch. You can look up towards the ceiling and see how that changes the stretch, or maybe down. All right, bring it all the way over to the other side. Left ear, left shoulder, reaching down in opposition. Good, and then looking up towards the ceiling if that feels good for you, and then back down. All right, let's take it a full circle. Bring your chin towards your chest, all the way around to the right, opening up your chest as you extend around. One more time in that direction, moving slow and controlled. All right, let's reverse our circle. Here we go, other way, opening up your chest, grounding through your feet, trying not to crunch your neck or your spine. Last one, I'm all tangled in my cord, but that's okay. All right, good. Once you're done with that, maybe roll out your shoulders a little bit. Slowly walk your feet together and shift your weight into your left leg. Extend your right leg in front of you. Here's where we'll work on that rotation. So we'll rotate our leg from our hip. Ready? Let's rotate. Out and in. We'll do 3 to the front, and then we'll carry it side. Good, now carry it side, long leg to the side, and we open it open and close. So we're rotating the top of the femur bone in the socket. Carry it back behind you. Good, rotate again, out and in, out. So you might not see much movement, and that's okay. Carry it back to the side. Good, stand over 2 feet. Bring your hands down to the mat. Inchworm out to a plank. Holding there, you'll see this inchworm come back even more. Pulling in your belly button. Good, bringing their tailbone energy towards the back of the room. And inchworm yourself back to standing, rolling up and shifting your weight into your right leg this time. Left leg forward and rotate out and in, out. And just noticing how your body feels as you move your leg around. Carry it side and rotate out and in. Yeah, how's that balance doing? Some days I completely fall and some days I feel strong. Carry it to the back. Every day is different. Open and close. Trying to push down through your supporting foot. Good, carry it side, stand over 2 feet. Boom, hands to the mat. Crawl it out to an inchworm. Nice, holding it strong here for a moment. Right now we're building that strength and that muscle memory to get ready for our push-ups that we'll have in a little bit. For now, inchworm yourself back to a standing position and roll it on up. Awesome. All right, let's get a little bit deeper into our hips. Pink and pink, woo, perfect. All right, shifting your weight into your left leg, extend your right leg forward. Hands can be at heart center or at your hips, little kicks. Pulling in your stomach, trying to grow up nice and tall. In life, apparently. Carry it side, growing through the top of your head. Good, nice stability. Carry it to the back, back, and back. Trying to keep your hips relatively square. Good, and a little bit more of a straightened, accented leg. Pull up over both legs, shift your weight into your other leg. Left leg extends. Good, now really quickly before we get started, lift your hip way up once, and then lower it down. Good, want to try to maintain that stability there. Now energy out your heel. Good, sitting up tall, let's kick it forward. Little kicks, lift. So throughout bar, we really want to be nice and lifted, having an elegant, strong posture. Carry it to the side. Which everyone does today. I like it. Nice game face. We're so focused. Let's carry it to the back. Here we go. Trying to grow taller through the top of your head if you feel your balance getting lost. Nice work. Stand over 2 feet. Lower your hands down. Inchworm it out to that same narrow plank. Here we are getting ready, but not yet, for our first push-up subset. You'll see this again in a moment. Remember, listen to your body, whatever you need to do. If it's a smaller range of motion, that's fine. If it's a bigger range of motion, awesome. Everyone, shift your weight forward. Here we go. Slowly bend your elbows down and press the floor away. Good. And slow and up. Let's speed it up a little. Down and press. Down. So we're trying to bend those elbows, hugging your arms in towards your side. Nice. And bend it down, holding strong. Broaden through your chest. You're almost there. Holding strong for 4, 3, 2. Straighten your arms. Lift your hips into down dog. This is your first down dog of class, maybe of the day, who knows? So maybe you're pedaling out your feet here. Maybe just taking a nice deep inhale, and then when you exhale, pressing your chest back towards your thighs. Good, now let's maintain this V shape with our body as you open your hands wide. I like to think maybe my thumbs track with the mat, the sides of the mat. Good, now driving the top of the head towards the mat. Let's bend and press. Wide elbows here, top of the head going towards the mat. In a second here, we'll hold it in a bent position. Hold it bent. Good, now make sure you're engaging in your abs, lengthening energy through your tailbone. Little pulses with your arms. Let's repeat that whole thing. Slow bend down and press that mat away or floor away. Good, trying to keep your elbows as wide as possible. Nice, now hold it down, hold it down. Top of the head is reaching for the floor. You can do this, little pulses. You got this. Now straighten your arms and walk your hands back towards your feet. Woohoo, let's grab our weights on the way. All right, grabbing your weights, standing up nice and strong. Okay, so now we're going to get into our back, our middle back here with some rows. If you don't have weights at home and you want to make this more about the balance, that's fine. You just do it with no weights. Otherwise, we can use weights. Everyone step forward with your right foot, ball of your back foot, and then hinge forward, leaning forward. Good, so we're in this hinge position, maybe feeling it in the back of your thigh. Hips are hugging in. Option to extend your leg. Start with a narrow row. Pull and in. Pull and in. So elbows are really trying to hug together behind you when you pull. Good, think of pulling towards the bottom of your rib cage. Knuckles to the bottoms of your rib cage. All right, now let's carry it wide. So wide elbows, wide and down. Wide, kind of like goalposts here. If I was flipped upwards, I have wide 90-degree angles. Nice work. Good. Awesome. Step your feet together. And now step your other foot back. So left foot back, re-engage, everything's hugging in, lean forward, the gets you. Arms down directly from your shoulders. Let's row. Pull and in. Pull and in. Every time you pull, you're trying to broaden through your chest, thinking 90-degree angles with your elbows. Good, now let's pull it wide. Same 90-degree angle here, just a different shape we're creating. Good, can we control the weights on the way down as much as the way up? Awesome, step together with 2 feet. Now we'll fly, not literally, but with our weights. Bending down, that would be cool. I used to think I could fly. I swear I could in my dreams. I learned that it was a dream, but I really thought I could. Like, really. I still kind of think I did at one point. But anyways, okay, we're down. Arms down here. Now your flies can be big open flies, or you can do little flies. Both target different parts of your back. Yeah, just trying not to use momentum as you fly. It's the strength of your arms here. Yes, holding those weights strong. Nice, you guys. Let's do 4 more and really pull in that low stomach. Awesome control on the way down as well as the way up. I like it. All right, cool. Stand up. Nice work. Lower your weights down. And we are done with that. Before we go down, let's bring your band up towards your Bermuda length. Getting ready for our next series on the floor. All right, if you're not in the back of your mat, go ahead to the back of your mat. Stand wide, squat it down to touch the floor, and then crawl it out to your narrow plank. Here we go. This is our last push-up subset. Let's make it count. We're thinking broad chest. Shift your weight forward, and you bend your elbows and press. Down and press. Down and press. Good, now hold it in a bent position or you hold in a plank position. Elbows hugging in, biceps hugging in for 4, 3, pushing through your thumbs as well. Good, straighten your arms. Awesome work, lift your hips. Lift your hips. Now we move into our shoulders, opening your hands wide for bear push-ups. Let's do it. Bend and press. Bend and press. How far down can you get your head towards the mat while still moving with control? Let's speed it up, down and down, top of the head, driving towards the mat. You got it, pulling in your belly button for 3. In 2, we'll hold it bent, hold it bent. Can you pull in your belly button a little bit more? You're almost there, maybe bending for 4, further, 3, 2, 1. Straighten your arms, lower your knees. Good job. Awesome. Take a breather for a second. The next thing we have is our hip flexion and glute area that we're working here. That was super technical, I know. Left forearm will be down on the mat. You don't have to do anything yet. Right hand out to the side. I want everyone to focus on this area. I've been talking a lot about your lumbar spine and how far we're tilted. I see so many people trying to get their leg up higher, and we're in this big arched position because you can get it up higher, but we're totally doing a disservice for our back there. So I want you to maybe lower the leg a little and keep this part engaged. All right, so that's the focus for today. All right, we'll do the same pattern with different shapes of the leg. So just once you do it once, you'll know it. Left forearm down, right hand out. Go ahead and plant through your left shin. Flex your right toes and bend your knee. First full range of motion. We lift it all the way up and all the way down. All the way up and all the way down. Trying to keep your knee in and your foot out. Let's speed it up a little. Up, lower half, up, lower half. Think of your heel pushing the ceiling away, if that's what you could do. Now hold it up there, hold it at your high point. Rotate your legs so that it's parallel, little pulses through your heel. Good, now straighten your leg. Drop your hip so they're both square, pulling your toes towards your knee. Let's lower your leg, down and up. Down and up. Here's where that lower back really comes into play. Last one, the speed. Let's speed it up. Half and lift, maybe hip height and higher. Good. Keeping your legs strong. Hold it there. Now little teeny pulses. Can you stretch behind your knee a little bit more as you pulse? Good. Lower your knee and let's press up to all fours. Getting ready for fire hydrants. So we're on all fours, shoulders over our hands. Let's lift our right leg and lift and lower. Lift and lower. So you're leading with the outer part of your thigh, trying to keep your hips in the same line. 4 more, making sure that we don't sacrifice the placement of our hips just to crank that leg up there. Good, now hold your leg up, hold it there. Straighten your leg and bring it back behind you. Re-square off your hips, pull in your low stomach. Let's cross it over. Inner thigh, cross and lift. Cross and lift. Really paying attention on this side to that left hip, not letting it poke out. 4 more. Can you squeeze your inner thighs a little bit tighter as you cross your leg over? Nice. All right, now hold it up, straighten behind your knee, little teeny pulses, you're almost there. Pull in your stomach and hold. Lower your knee and sit your hips back to your heels. Enjoy a child's pose. Great work. I've really been trying to get people to focus on that lower stomach, lower back area, and I'm proud that we're all doing that, so thank you. Walk your hands over to the right, and just try to feel a stretch from the left hip all the way to maybe your left middle finger, and then walk it all the way over to the other side. Remember, if you have knee issues or anything like that, and this doesn't feel good, you can always take another variation. Just think of what the goal is, and try to accomplish it in a different shape. All right, bring yourself back to center, and then roll it on up. All right, ready? Other side. If you need to readjust your band so it doesn't start pulling out all your hair, go for it. Little wax job. All right, this time it'll be the right forearm that's down on the mat, the left hand out to the side. Bending your left knee and flexing your foot. Ready, first, full range of motion. Lift it all the way up and down. All the way up and down, being really conscious to that knee being in and heel out. Let's speed it up. Lift up, lower half, up, lower half. Pretend my hand is under your knee, creating a stopping point at about hip height. Good, now hold it up at your high point. Little teeny pulses pushing through your heel. Friendly reminder to engage your low stomach. Awesome work. Straighten your leg and hold it, pulling your toes towards your knee. Can you guys lower your left hip a little bit more? Good, let's lower leg all the way down. Down and up. Down and up. Good. Nice straight legs. Now let's speed it up. Lower. Half and lift. Half and lift. Here's where I want you to use no momentum. All the strength of the back of your leg. Hold it there. And let's do little teeny pulses, keeping your hips in line. Yeah, all right. Lower your knee and bring yourself up to all fours for our fire hydrant. Left leg this time. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Now play around here if you like to have a pointed foot or a flexed foot. Just feels a little different. Different type of activation. Good. Last two. Last one. Hold it there. Now straighten your leg and then extend it behind you. Good. Re-square off your hips. Let's cross it. Over. Lift it up. Over, lift it up. Now be precise, exactly where you're touching on the floor and exactly where the stopping point is. Right out from your hip behind you. Good, now hold it up. Little teeny pulses, really activating the back of the leg, low stomach. Hold it there, and then lower your knee, and let's say your hips back to your heels. You made it. You made it through that part. Now you can stay right here, or you can do that same walk over side to side. Just trying to find the compression in your hips and in your knees and find that round in your spine. And really just trying to catch up with your breath a little bit more here. In a moment, we move into our tricep series. Today we'll be doing it very basic with no extra leg stuff happening. I say very basic, but it's still very hard. I want it to be very foundational and controlled, okay? So go ahead and take your band off if you have it on. Slingshot it across the room. All right, so for your tricep series, remember it is a tricep dip. We're really trying to build that tricep muscle. As you get older, I'm sure we've all noticed that that's one of the first muscles to loosen and to kind of go away, yes? So we're gonna try to target that right now. Doesn't matter how big or small you move, how precise we move. All right, fingers facing your heels, and then lift your hips to a place that feels comfortable for you. Roll your shoulders back. Nice. So we're kind of a turtle here, turtling your head out. Engage your stomach, squeeze your glutes, slowly bend your elbows. Down and press. Down and press. Every time you bend your elbows down, they're trying to squeeze inwards. Now double time. Keep it precise and little. Knees staying over your ankles, pulling in your stomach. We'll do that whole thing again. Let's lower, slow and up. Bend and press. Nice options across the room. I like it. Now double time, down and press. Pulling in that belly button as you press up. For 4, 3, and 2, we'll all hold in a lifted position. Hold it there, and if you're sitting down with your bottom down, just broaden through your chest. Nice work. Everybody lower your hips. Great work. Nice open chest over there. All right, let's take our right arm and cross it over. You can sit however's comfy here. Try to just have a nice upright posture, and then if you want to look in either direction, that's always an option. Okay, bring that same arm up, taking hold of your elbow, and then try to create a neck. We still have necks. Good. If you want to do a little lean to get into that side body, feel free. All right, switch it out. Left arm comes over. Looking in either direction if you did that. On the other side. Good, let's take hold of that elbow. Your elbow, not that elbow. Sitting up tall. And if you did that lean, let's lean on this side as well. All right, I think we're feeling good. So good, let's do our frog series. Ah, yay. Laying on your stomach. I try to make it seem really exciting, the stuff that really gets you know? I try. I think I'm not fooling anyone. Okay, starting with just the lower half, so just our legs, bending your knees, creating a frog shape, so wider than your hips, heels glued together. Now you can rest your forehead on the top of your hands if you would like. Try to maintain this nice open chest and open elbows. Now making an imprint of your feet on the ceiling, let's slowly lift our legs up, 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 and down, down, down. Nice and slow at first. And down, nice. We're really targeting that hamstring, that glute area. Nice, and also your low back. One more this speed. And now maintain that height, just speed it up and down, and up. Maybe we don't even lower our knees all the way down. We're so in control right now. If your feet have become unflexed, try to glue those heels together and pull those toes back towards your knees. Good, last one. Now let's go slow again, incorporate everything. Whole body lifts and down. So upper body and lower body. Everything is lifting and lowering. 2 more of that speed. Think of breathing through your elbows, through your chest, down. Nice. Last one, super control. Now we'll speed it up a little. Lift it up and down. Nice. Up and down. Can you control the way down as much as the way up? And it looks like you can. Yeah. Good. 2 more, you guys, and then we'll hold up at the top. Hold it up here. Good. Option to stay right here, or you can extend your arms and your legs long, creating a nice long Superman. Today we're going to swim, arms and legs swimming. Good. So trying to work from your shoulders and your hips as opposed to your elbows and your knees. We want the big joints here, the major knots of the body, to really be working. Doesn't matter how big or small you move, as long as we're working our posterior chain. Let's all hold, lifted, hold it up. Can you reach through your fingers a little bit more, maybe lift a little bit higher? Now let's squeeze our legs all the way together. And then open them up one more time. You can do it. Lifting up, reach your hands to the back of the room, lifting your chest. For 3, you got it. 2, 1, lay down. Good. Right ear down to the mat. Or left ear, I don't really care which ear. Just put one ear down for now and take a big inhale. And then blow it all out. Once you release that air, switch your ear to the other side. Or switch your head to the other side. I don't want you to try to pull off an ear and put it on the other side. Mr. Potato Head, remember that? All right, walk your hands towards your knees. Let's neutralize the spine by threading the needle. So on all 4s, you'll lift your right arm up towards the ceiling and then thread it underneath, coming down to your right shoulder. Maybe your right ear even finds the mat. The more you reach under, the deeper and further back it'll get on your shoulder, so you have options of where you want to stretch. Let's take a big inhale, and as you exhale, just try to melt a little bit more or twist a little deeper. Ready for the other side. Let's come out the way we came. Right arm lifts up, and then lower it down. Left arm now, all the way up, and thread it underneath. Feel like you're reaching to give me a high 5, low 5. Again, here's an opportunity that whenever you do this position, you can play with your hip placement because it feels different if you're sitting your hips back versus up. So try different things, different classes. All right, let's come out of that. Coming out the way you came with control. Lift it up and then place it down. Awesome. All right, it is time to stand up. We can grab our weights once we stand up. We're going to get into our bigger muscles here. So we worked a lot on those teeny muscles and those rotational muscles. Now we're going to get deep into them. So if you have weights, go ahead and grab them in front of you. Stand your feet wide, toes out, heels working in. When we're at the bottom of our squat, don't go yet, I want you to get your knees tracking directly over the front part of your ankle, or that's just what we're visualizing. Everybody roll your shoulders back, bring your weights down in front of you, knuckles facing the front of the room. Ready? Let's bend our knees, and we curl up and down. So bicep curling as we're bending our knees down. We have 8 here, trying to keep your chest nice and lifted. Every time we bend down, it's like we're sliding down an imaginary wall, maybe. All right, now bring it down and just hold your weights in front of you, squeezing your biceps in towards the side, rolling your shoulders back. Awesome. You can leave your weights here, or you can bring them to the side as you lift your right heel. Right heel's lifted and pressing it forward as your knee's pressing back. Awesome. Switch. Left heel. Good. Keep pulsing here, but notice if your foot rolls out, you want to try to keep your heel over your ankle. Let's alternate right and left. Continue to keep your hips in the center. Sometimes we want to lift them with us. Keep them down. 4 more. 3 more. Still breathing, deepening your plie, deepening your squat. 2, 1. Lower your heels, straighten your legs. Good work. Walk your feet all the way in. All right, just some typical calf raises. Arms down at your sides. Let them be heavy so the weight, the gravity is pulling you down as you lift taller through it. Straight leg releves. Heels together, toes apart. Good. Zipping up your legs. Even when we get to the top, I want you to feel that energy pulling in. Here we go. Shoulders back. Let's lift it up and down with control as I fall over. And lift and lower. Keeping your chest a little bit forward. Tipping point. Nice. Keeping those heels pulling forward as you lower. Good. Nice control. Low stomach is pulled in. Awesome. Lower this one down. Good. Now we bend. Bend and stretch. So these are hammer curls now. So keeping your knuckles facing each other. Good. Let's hold it down. Hold it down and pulse. Little teeny pulses. Trying to think of making your feet flat like pancakes. Or a pizza. Or something flat. Good, now flare your knees open, open, little flares, open, open. So your knees are just pulling back. You shouldn't see it. It's happening so small. Good, now 2 pulse, 2 flare. Down, down, open, open, down, open. Good, holding those biceps strong by your sides. Good, straighten your legs for a second. You can do that same thing with your feet flat or releve up. Bring your hands to your heart. Good, and pull your heels together, lower down. This is called forced arch. You're forcing your arches up. Ready? Super balance. Here we go. Lower down and up and down and up. Moving slow through this. Good. We're just gonna do 2 more. Squeezing your heels together, creating a diamond shape. Good, now hold it down, hold it there. Good, straighten your legs all the way and lower your heels. Awesome work. A little shimmy, shimmy, shimmy if that feels good. All right, attitude series. Now we get to really work those turnout muscles even more. You can keep your weights at heart center or you can be done with them at this point if you want, okay? Extend your right leg forward. Right out from your hip, bend both legs. Good, now lift your right leg in line with your hip. From there, we lift it up and down towards your knee. Up and down. So we're externally rotated here from our hip and from our knee. 2 points. Good, now hold it up at your high point. Little pulses, try to broaden through your chest. Maybe it even helps to press those weights against each other. For 4, nice. 3, 2, 1. Good, lower your leg. Extend your other leg forward. Good, bending both legs, and here's where you can start that turnout or that external rotation. Lift it all the way up, and down towards your knee, up. I like to pretend like I'm serving something on my heel, like my coffee. I don't want to spill it. Now lift it up, little pulses, lifting, lift. Try to drop that knee down as you're lifting the knee up or the heel up. We have 2 knees on one side. Good, hold it. Nice, lower it down. Awesome, all right, let's put our weights down and just take a nice revitalizing, energizing stretch all the way over. Pull in your low stomach. Good, and then let's bring it to the other side. Big reach all the way over. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, sit down on the ground. Let's do a couple more stretches before we get a little bit more into our legs. No, let's start seated. All right, bring your right leg in. Right leg in towards your inner thigh, left leg extended out to the side. So your shoulders and hips are relatively square to the front and reach all the way up and over. So we're getting a big lateral stretch. Now if you flex your foot here, you'll feel it intensify a little bit, I guess, or get a little bit more deep. If this hurts your shoulder, maybe you can bend your elbow a little bit and then work on extending a little longer from there. It might loosen it up. Good, come up from there. Pull your extended leg's hip back. So now we're square towards our leg. So my belly button and my chest is going to reach over my leg and forward fold. Now you can totally have a bent leg here as you're stretching over and target more of your back. Try to drop that right shoulder down in line with the left. All right, let's come up and do that same thing on the other side. So now it'd be your left leg that comes in, right leg extends out, and then a big lateral stretch. Now one of these sides on me is always tighter. I don't know if you guys feel that too, most likely. So try to push the tighter side hip down into the floor so you can really stretch out of there. That was nice. Take one more breath here, trying to lengthen even further, nice, and come on up. And then square your hips off, so pulling your right hip back this time, and then belly button and center of chest going over your leg. Now, so often I feel people crunching in the back of their neck here instead of letting that release down as well. So try to let your head be as heavy as it's meant to be, and just hanging down. Let gravity do the work. All righty-dighty, come up from there. And let's make our way onto our stomachs now, laying flat on your stomach. Some of our favorites, I know. All right, quad stretch. So extend your right arm long in front of you. Left leg is going to bend and take hold of that foot. From there, how far you pull it in towards your glute is up to you. See if you like grabbing it with the same arm as leg. There you go, and the other arm can be extended long for balance if you want. And switch, other leg. Now, any of these stretches you can make a little bit more intense or more activated by pressing. Right here would be maybe pressing your hips down into the mat as you extend your leg. All right, great work. Come out of that. Let's walk our hands up so we can make our way to a seated position so we can get our best friend, the band. I know. All right, the band is going back around our Bermuda length, so right above your knees. Always make sure when you have the band on that we're not getting those little teeny tendons and ligaments stuck in there, so a safe spot above that. Looking good. All right, this is our dolphin plank series. Interlace your grip under your chest. We're on our forearms, and from here, we will tap our toes out. I'll tell you how many each side. I want you to really think of broadening your chest in this today. Especially when we get tired, we kind of round our upper back here, so try to broaden. You can do that by pressing through your forearms. All right, we're in our forearm plank. Separate your feet a little bit to create some tension in the band and lower your hips. Right foot taps out 8 times. Out, 2, 3, stretching that band. That's what we're doing. We're creating that tension. 2 more, left side taps. Left side taps. Good, trying to keep your hips from moving side to side. We're grounded, strong. Right for 4, right for 4. Trying to keep those hips in line. Now left for 4. Again, broadening through your chest. You can do it. Right for 2. Here we go. Are your shoulders still over your elbows? Left for 2. And alternate. Right and left and right. You're almost there. 4 more. Strong through the mat. Pushing your forearms into the mat. Good. After this one, let's hold together in your forearm plank. Top of the head is reaching towards the mirror. Energy through your heels. You're almost there. Can you lower your hips a little bit if they're too high? Holding for 4. You got this. 3, 2, 1. Lay it down. Nice work. Very pretty lines. All right. Turning onto your right side. Nope. Yeah, turning towards the right, laying on your left side. And then I just want you to spin in circles because I all of a sudden don't know where I am. Okay, so we're laying on our left side, all the way flat, knees bent. Bring your right hand in front of your chest and pushing on the floor for stability. Good, now knees relatively in front of your hips. Flex your feet, toes towards your knees. Separate your top leg a little bit. You can bring your knees forward a little bit more. Yep, now create that diamond shape. Lift it all the way up and down. Down. This is our clam series. We're really working those external rotators here. Good, now let's speed it up. Up, lower half. Trying to keep that right hip stacked on top of the left the whole time. Good, now hold it at your high point. Hold it there. Squeeze those heels together. Little teeny pulses with that knee lifting up, keeping that right hip stacked. Awesome. Lower your knees. Now lift your whole shins up. So you're balancing on the outer part of your left hip right now. Separate your top knee. Let's create that diamond. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. See if on every lift you can squeeze that stomach in. Now let's double time. We lift lower half, lift lower half, lift. I love how we have long necks. If you don't have a long neck, try to elongate it a little, relax it, hold it up. Now little pulses, they don't have to be super fast. They're just precise and small. Nice, lower your knees, turn yourself all the way over to the other side. A little log roll here. It'd be fun if we actually rolled all the way over. Okay, knees bent, maybe in line with your hips. The name of the game here is that resistance with your heels and trying to keep a little bit of a relaxed neck and face. I tend to make 11s in between my eyebrows. Don't copy me with that. All right, ready? Let's lift our top leg up. You lift and lower. Lift. Try to keep pulling in that low stomach as you're creating this diamond. Good. Now let's lift and lower half. Up and half. Up and up and up. How big of a diamond can you make with keeping your left hip stacked on your right? Now hold it up at your high point. Squeeze those heels together in little teeny pulses, just a little twitch of that muscle. Good. Lower your knee and then lift your shins up. Create a mer person. All right, ready? Left leg lifts up. Here you go. Open and close. Open. If you could pretend your band was actually a slingshot, can you really pull it back? Now double time. Up, lower half. Up, lower half. You want your slingshot to go far in a minute. Gotta rev it up. Good, now hold it up at your high point. Left hip is forward, low stomach's in. As you do little pulses, you got this. Nice work. Lower your knees, lower your legs. Turn onto your backs. So top of the head is towards the front of the room, feet towards the back. And just extend your arms and your legs as long as you can. You are a giant letter I. We're an I. I thought it was a T, but it's definitely not a T. All right, engage your legs. I want you to rotate them. Externally rotated. First position, heels together, toes apart. Close the space in between your ribs. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, rolling up one vertebra at a time. Rolling up, rolling up. Once you get up to the top, sit up tall, and then back down you go, starting with your belly button. Back in, rounding, let your head get involved as well. Nice. Once you get down there, do another one on your own time. See how much control you can go up with. Yes! Woo! And then how much control can you go back down with? Don't let your body control you. You're in control of your body. Nice work. Awesome. Let's extend our legs straight up towards the ceiling and bring your hands behind your head. All right, flexing through your feet will make your legs be a lot more activated and you'll feel a little bit deeper stretch. Can you open your legs about hip width apart? Good, now crunch your upper back off of the mat. Here's our starting point. Let's pulse it up from there. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Trying not to let yourself collapse all the way down. Good, now hold yourself up, pulse your legs open and open, really focusing on the outer parts of our thighs. Good, now hold your legs where they are. Crunch it up and down and up and down. Can you widen your elbows a little bit more? Maybe peel your shoulders a couple centimeters higher off the mat. Hold it up. You can do it. Pull in your belly button and open your legs. Open and open and open. Try to lift through your chest, through your heart center. Good, almost there. Hold it up. Reach for your feet. Reach for your feet. Let's climb opposite foot. Left hand to right foot. Good. You're trying to climb your imaginary rope out of here. Like if you can climb out of this, you get to take your band off. That is the prize. You can do it. Let's go for 4, 3, and 2. We're gonna reach up for the ceiling. Reach up and reach and hold and melt down. Good job. Yeah, all right, get that band off. You won. You won the band coming off. It'd be cool if it was an actual prize. And $1 million is coming with it. All right, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. Let's just do one nice bridge reset. Arms down at your sides. Go ahead and lift your hips up. This can be any type of a bridge you want right now. If you want to do full expression and like let it all stretch out, that's fine. If you want to make it a little bit more of an engaged bridge, that's fine too. Just try to protect the back of your neck. That's my one rule. Try not to press it flat and all stressed. Relax. And if your grip is interlaced, let it go and then slowly let your hips come down. Awesome, awesome work. Bring your knees in towards your chest and just grab behind your thighs for me. And then rock and roll up to a seated position. Good work. We're gonna turn ourselves around and now lay back down. I know that's awkward. I just didn't want a bunch of booties in the camera, so yeah. All right, when relieving, pulling your knees in towards your chest. And you can grab opposite elbows here if that feels good for you, maybe wrist to wrist, or maybe you're just holding your shins, whatever you need here. The goal is to try to relax and find compression in your hips and in your knees. And then from that leverage point, you can lengthen your spine out a little bit longer. Let's all take a really deep inhale. And then as you exhale, keep your knees bent. Just try to lengthen your spine even more. Tailbone is reaching towards the mirror, crown of the head towards the back. Do that again. Big inhale. And then exhale. Try to lengthen yourself as long as you can. Awesome work. Let go of your legs. Bring your feet to the mat, knees bent. Right leg or right foot crosses over your left ankle, creating a figure 4 shape. Reach your hands to grab your hamstring or your left shin and gently pull that shape towards you. So we could experience a lot of different things in this stretch. Today, I'm super sore and my outer right hip is like screaming at me. So right now, that's where I just really felt it. Maybe you're feeling it in that left hamstring. Maybe your shoulders feel really tight and you just need to focus on those right now. All right, coming out of that, keep your right leg on top. Just squeeze your thighs and your knees for cow face and then separate at your shins. So we're compressing our knees and our thighs and then trying to open up. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, just try to gently open your shins a little more, shoulders relax. Keeping your legs in this same sort of bind, just try to move your right foot around your left ankle, moving into eagle. Place your knees to the left side of you. Left side of you. As you open up your upper body to the right. Now here's where you'll notice how your back feels. Everyone has different things going on with their back, so maybe this twist is a little bit too deep and you need to not go as deep. That's fine. Listen to where your body is. Maybe you really are in this twist and you want to open even more through that right arm. Using the strength of your core, bring your legs back through center. So using your stomach strength, unwind your pretzel, and let's do that whole thing on the other side. Starting from figure 4, left foot over the right knee, and then reach down and choose your own adventure. Do you guys remember those books, Choose Your Own Adventure? You could skip ahead to chapter 3 if you wanted, and it would be a different story than the other one. Take a big inhale, and then exhale into whatever's extra tight. All right, moving into cow face. So squeezing your left thigh and left knee, reaching down for your shins. It's almost like your feet and shins are creating little cow ears here. Maybe that's why it's called cow face. Who knows? Just trying to relax. Again, that same concept of lengthening your spine along the floor. All right, let's move into our eagle on this side. So now it's the left foot that tries to wrap around the right ankle. Place your knees to the right side of your mat, and then open up your upper body to the left. Again, trying to really breathe into any of these tense spots. You'll notice that usually when you get into your stretch, you have a little bit further you can go after you take a couple deep breaths. All right, with the strength of your core, bring your legs back through center, unwind your pretzel, and rock and roll up to a seated position. We have made it. All right, let's just sit up nice and tall. We'll roll out our neck a couple of times and you're on your way. Start by bringing your chin to your chest. And then open up your chest, looking up to the ceiling. Do that one more time, maybe really rounding your back. And then opening up your chest here to the ceiling. And bring yourself back to center. Let's take 2 breaths and you're on your way. Here you go, sitting up nice and tall. Big inhale, reaching up. And then exhale, pulling it in. One more, big reach out and up. And then exhale, pull it in. And bow your head down to yourself and tell yourself something great. I hope you all have a great day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Peace.